and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two former division rivals in the old AFC West, the Seahawks and Chargers, are underway.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Off of play action, here's Smith. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now Gino on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Smith throwing again.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And now, Charles, they're working with a short field, a chance to make this a two-score game, and these guys haven't even worked into a lather yet here in the first quarter.
Yeah, how about that? You score, you take it away, get an excellent return, and now you've got a chance to go up 2 scores in this game.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Eckler going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Here's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out,
taking it right down Broadway, past the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
DK Metcalf, 77 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And after all that, they are set up in unbelievable field position. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Running on 1st down, Eckler.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert, quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive...
Touchdown, Chargers!
Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, it's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing.
Touchdown! Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention in coverage moving forward.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks, Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It's Eckler again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Eckler, they run left side. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Give him another one right back to Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Smith. And now here is another interception.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Austin Eckler.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver?